Welcome back to the Barca Breakdown. My name is Yusuf. I'm here with my co-host Adam.
Hey guys, we are now in 5th place, Yus. That is an pretty okay way to start the new year, right? With
100%.
a 1-0 win against Mallorca with just a decimated FC Barcelona team. We didn't have Dembele because of COVID, Gavi because of COVID, Jordi Alba because of COVID, Dani Alves, COVID, Umtiti and Lenglet had COVID and just barely got off the COVID restricted list. And we got 3 huge points against Mallorca thanks to a wonderful header, finally, from Luuk de Jong, cross from Mingueza, both of them redemption arc, and then Ter Stegen, of course, made that wonderful save the end of the game. And so hopefully this is a launching point for Luuk de Jong, who, we're going to need at some point during the season to put in a goal like today. And, it almost makes him worth it, right? Because that's 3 huge points. And now we're moving up. The narrative as we ended December was that our title and top 4 challengers were losing points, right?
Sure.
You go into this first match day of the new year, 2022, you have Real Madrid drop points to Getafe. Now they're only 8 above Sevilla, and Sevilla have 2 games to play in hand. You have Sevilla hasn't played yet. They play tomorrow. You had Real Betis lose points to Celta Vigo. You had Atletico, unfortunately, get 2 today. But, hey, we're in 5th. We just finished match day 19, which is halfway through the season, and things are looking better. Yeah. So what was kind of your analysis of the lineup and how Xavi took on Mallorca? And let's be honest, guys, there's not too much tactical analysis going on here because, unfortunately, we didn't have that many good players to play.
Sure. I mean, it was difficult, right? Xavi, you just said, had a really short list of players he could call up. Our bench was filled with all kinds of players we don't see ever. And, in the lineup, we had Ter Stegen, of course, and in the back we had, it was a 4-3-3, I should say. In the back we had Pique, Araujo, Eric Garcia, and Mingueza. And then the midfield, we had Puig making a debut for a long time, really, as a starter. And then Frankie de Jong. And then Nico. And then in the front, we had, like you were saying, we had Luuk de Jong, of course, in the center there as the kind of like striker, the header guy. And then we had Jutgla and then Ilias, which, again, those players don't really play together at all. It's just kind of something we had to throw together. But like you were saying, this is like a crazy 2022 start. The fact that we can win these 3 points. We were stuck in 7th for so long. We just surpassed to the 31-point mark and 1 point behind Atletico Madrid and 2 points behind Real Betis, who just lost.
We're in striking distance.
Yeah,
right?
We're almost
there. I think
there.
Overall, the interesting thing about this lineup, I mean, Mingueza we got to see start as right back and Araujo as left back. So again, we're playing these players out of position in ones that we've complained about. We've had some gripes for sure about Araujo as the right back. Today he went on the left side, which was surprising. And I was really hoping today would be the game that Frankie de Jong really took some steam. Unfortunately, again, just seemed like, he's kind of languishing and hasn't taken any steps up since Xavi's been manager. But to be so close to top 4, which is what we really need to make sure we get that Champions League money next year so we can all continue this pipe dream of Haaland coming to join, not go to Real Madrid, because we saw some scary stories about Haaland and Mbappe being targeted by Florentino Perez, which is just not something we want to deal with. But, hey, we have Pedri coming back really soon, like really, really soon. We have Fati coming back in the next 2 to 3 weeks here, I think. And then we have Ferran Torres, who we're trying to sign before the Supercopa against Real Madrid. So overall, there's some good signs going forward. I think as you look at this Mallorca game, we got to be happy that Ter Stegen has got that big save. Hopefully that gives him confidence. You saw after the save that
everybody was happy.
Araujo, everyone's going up to him, celebrating with him, which hopefully will do wonders for him. And, like we've mentioned many times, we're playing a lot of young players, right? Some of the subs we put in weren't over the age of 20, right? So we have a very depleted squad, but to win 3 points is huge. And I think the only worrying thing continues to be that when teams come against this Barca under Xavi so far and they really take it to us, we do kind of crumble. Right, we've said this over and over, but we've had great first halves. In the second half, we just fall lacking, and I thought the same thing happened today. I mean, the second half did look like one of those times that we've seen under Koeman, at least, where we're gonna let up a goal. Right, I felt that the whole time. I thought
that was
no
almost
way.
the goal on Ter Stegen right there. Right?
Exactly, but they took it to us. That last 20 minutes, we had to do some time wasting. You had to have Nico come down with a hamstring injury. You had to have some other players cut. Lenglet, I think at one point was on the ground saying he was hurt, and so it's really not a good look for us to have to waste time at the end of the game, regardless of all the players being out. I mean, we're against Mallorca, who are not a very good team in La Liga.
15th on the table.
15th in the league. Yeah. And so, it's a little bit of a toss-up. And what I'm really excited for and what this game really makes me think is I want to see Pedri back in the lineup. I want to see, Fati back. I want to see what Xavi can do with a fully healthy lineup, because you do see marginal improvements, and I think they're adding up and up. And so today's game is really huge psychologically, because not only did we win, but we won with such a depleted team that I think the team will take this as a boom. And, we're really hoping that to continue the momentum that we had gained at the end of December. And it looks like so far, 3 points is 3 points, and I think it'll continue.
We got to be careful, though, right? Because coming into this game, it was, we had our fingertips not prepared coming in. We didn't know what was going to happen. We had so many variables going on, but the team came out, they performed, they took, I think, 13 shots, 4 of them on target, and they put away one of those chances, which we really needed. But it was another thing to say that the defense didn't totally crumble after so many opportunities that could have gone Mallorca's way, because they also had 13 shots on goal and 3 chances that almost went in. So in other circumstances, especially with a team that is this young and players we don't see very often, we would think that Barcelona would falter and not get these very, very important 3 points. I think we've been stuck at 7 points because of those draws and losses, or 7th on the table, But overall, you have to say this is more uplifting than anything. The energy is kind of coming back here. The players are gaining confidence in each other.
The
they're
passion
able to
is
hold
there.
out. Yeah,
the passion
totally.
is there, which has been missing for I think the last month or two under Koeman and Bardwan. Well, I think there, like I said, there's not a lot to cover about the game itself. I think what I'm most worried about is just how this winter transfer window ends, because tomorrow there's supposed to be a huge meeting. There's been a lot of these huge meetings. I think in the Laporta era, there's always these big meetings and another big meeting, right? And so you're not sure what's happening, but it does look like rubber's hitting the road here. And Dembele and his agent are going to meet with the board one more time tomorrow and try and figure out the issue. And honestly, from the numbers that I'm hearing about what Dembele is asking, they're just way too high for how much he's performed for the club and for even his own value. Like, as much as I love Dembele and think at his best he's a world-class player, he's not shown that for more than,
I think he needs more time to prove those kinds of things to ask for that money.
He doesn't have, he's not going to do that, right? And I don't blame him as a, everyone's out for themselves and they need to get the most money possible. The unfortunate part is our financial situation means that Barca isn't the club to give him that, right? It might be Man U, it might be PSG, it might be Newcastle now that they're under new ownership. I'm just hoping he bets with the team. I think the rumors so far have said that we're going to give him merit-based bonuses, and hopefully we can figure out a way to calibrate those correctly so that, he plays for a lower wage, but then when he performs, he gets more money.
I think he should play for a lower wage and give that time to have Fati, Pedri come back, play with that team, play with the players that are going to make Barcelona in the future in the next 4 or 5 years, and be able, maybe he doesn't sign a 5-year contract, just sign a 1-2 year contract. The fact that we may let him go for free is really the tough part here.
So the rumors are that if we don't re-sign him, we're probably going to try and transfer him this winter window. Otherwise, like you're alluding to, if we wait till the summer, he walks for totally, $0. So I'm depressed, Deuce, because I love Dembele so much, but the club can't be held, under the gun for Dembele. He's just not that level of player right now and consistently for us to give him that money. I'm hoping that he decides that it's worth it and that he sees that we have the building blocks for a great team. Xavi has spoken nothing but just glowingly for him in all the interviews he gives. And so let's just pray, everyone. Just pray that we do a good job when we get him. And the last thing we need you guys to do is please comment on this video. Let us know your thoughts. Subscribe to the video and get hyped, because we have a second half of the season here and the Europa League and the Copa del Rey where we could, get a trophy or two. I'm liking how things are looking. So let us know in the comments your thoughts. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.